60 years ago, the Earth was attacked. We won the war, but over half the planet was ruined.
Something landed in Sector 7.
I'm on it. Everyone's been evacuated. Nothing human remains. Our job is security. Drone maintenance. We're the mop-up crew. Doesn't seem right. We won the war, now we have to leave?
Don't take any chances. It's dangerous down there.
I've been watching you, Jack.
Who are you?
It's me. The people you've been working for have been lying to you, Frazzum-Razzum.
They lied?
Yes, you see, they told you about the Florida and the filth and the robots and the wars and the... Never mind, I don't know what this crazy movie's about anyway. Let's do some dancing.
Well, hey there, everybody. Welcome to the Film Pigs on GeekNation. It's the only web show on the internet that talks about the movies.
That's right.
It's amazing no one else has thought of this before.
It's amazing.
I'm your host, Steve Skelton. I'm here with fellow film pig Todd Robert Anderson.
Hey ya.
Our third pig, Stephen Falk, couldn't be with us today, but we have a very special guest, Kurt Fuller.
Kurt Fuller.
Welcome.
Hello.
Welcome. And as always, we have our popcorn.
Our popcorn.
Delicious popcorn.
I think we should have some popcorn for Roger Ebert.
Oh, absolutely.
That's good. Solid.
Popcorn for Ebert. Yes, excellent. Rash judgments? Rash judgments, you guys?
Sure, yeah,
all right, well,
rash
we're going to get the show rolling with our first segment like we usually do. It's called Rash Judgments. And this is where we take a look at upcoming movies and tell you whether you should or shouldn't go see them based mostly on our own dickish opinions. Okay. Nothing else. Do you have a rash judgment for us?
Yeah, my rash judgment is for Rob Zombie's Lords of Salem. It's about a DJ that gets some kind of possessed record or something, and there's a bunch of witches. And it's gory, and it's got Bruce Davison, who I like. I like Bruce Davison a lot.
Good hair.
And it's
excellent
got, and here's a curveball, Sherry Moon Zombie. I think it's his wife. I'm not sure, but they share the same last name. Rob and Sherry Moon.
Probably
I think it's his wife. But anyway, so yeah, Rob Zombie movies are always very gory, and I love gory movies. I love things that make me a little sick inside. Although a lot of his movies tend to have too much backstory for me. I like my horror movies to just, there's the monster and we should run from him. I don't need to know a lot about the monster. It's hard to tell from the trailer if that's the case with this. So I'm a horror junkie, so I'll probably go see it. But if you're not a horror junkie, you probably shouldn't, because it'll be gross.
All right.
There it is.
That's Todd's rash
I
judgment.
will not be seeing it.
No, because you don't like gross stuff.
And I'm not a horror junkie, and I'm not a whore. Okay, so.
I'm all of those things.
Yeah.
Well,
Terrible
whore. Then this is the movie for you.
I'm a dirty whore.
Okay.
So you were in Scary Movie 1, right?
I was in Scary Movie 1.
And why are you not? Did you die? Or
No,
why are you
I
in
did
Scary
not
Movie 5?
die. I'm not. Okay, well, I was in Wayne's World 1. Ghostbusters 2, the bad Ghostbusters. Scary Movie 1, that's a bad Ghostbusters.
Compared to the first one. But you know what? I will tell you this. My son, who's 7, loves the Ghostbusters movies, but if I give him a choice, he always chooses Ghostbusters 2.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Really. And whenever you're on screen, I go, that's Kurt Fuller. He's a friend of mine. I know him. And he's like, I don't care.
Who cares? Yeah. Sweet. And then Wayne's World 1, but not Wayne's World 2. Why not?
Yeah, what
Why
the?
not? Well, I don't know. I'll tell you why not. Because I was Rob Lowe's partner in that, and Rob Lowe wanted a lot of money for the second one, so they hired Christopher Walken instead, and there went me. Wayne's World, I mean, not Wayne's World, sorry, I'm 60. Scary Movie. Now there could have been, a cash cow. 1, 2, 3. I would have been happy to be in Scary Movie 7. I do not care. I would do whatever.
Yeah, who doesn't want to be part of a franchise? That's how you
and it's my
retire.
chance at a franchise, and I'm just in 1. And I actually thought I was pretty funny in 1, and I wore like the bikini underwear and all that. It was kind of fun.
Speaking of whores, you whored yourself out.
Yes, I did, and that was it. No, thank you, And yet, they keep whatever, the Wayans.
So you've been screwed by the Wayans, you've been screwed by Rob Lowe.
Screwed by Mike Myers.
Screwed by Mike Myers. I'm burning this town to the ground.
Well, that's outrageous.
Can I talk about then, with this anger, can I use this anger to talk about Oblivion?
Yes,
no,
please,
absolutely.
please.
I've seen the trailer on TV 3 times, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it because you see Tom Cruise in a way that you don't usually see him. He's larger than life. There's a lot at stake. He's got to save the world, and I don't think we've seen that before.
He seems to be like he runs a lot.
He does a lot of running. There's a scene where he's running. I thought, wait, wow, I haven't seen that. I want to see that. And there's one shot at the end, very intense stare, and he's like staring, and it's very important, and he's staring, and it's like, man, that is some intense, and I haven't seen him intense like that before.
Yeah. He's usually so goofy and light and fun.
Yeah. So for that alone, to see Tom Cruise out of his element, I want to see it. Morgan Freeman, he usually picks the classiest stuff to do. So I assume this is classy.
It must be, yeah.
He's great glasses. He's wearing some great kind of futuristic glasses, which I want to see. And
Future glasses are huge, right?
yeah, and there's the other reason I want to see this because I have not seen this in a movie yet. There's a lot of stuff like a tidal wave and blowing up. I don't know how they do it. I've never seen it. Never seen it. So for those reasons, it's a very fresh idea and a very fresh way of approaching it. I say yes, thumbs up, Roger.
All right, everything's brand new in Oblivion.
That's huge. That's a hugely glowing.
I see it. See it.
Fantastic.
See the trailer and see the movie.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody. That was a lot of fun.
I had a great time. I want to thank you.
Yeah, excellent, great.
You enjoyed? Yeah, I had a great time listening to your rash judgment.
Oh, thanks.
You should become rash all the time. You should just rash it.
Now, it would be remiss of us with Kurt here, who has an incredible acting career, and incredible, just a breadth of experience.
He was in Miracle Mile with Anthony Edwards. He was crazy on top of a roof.
It would be remiss for us to let him go without giving us a masterclass.
I agree on acting. I hope.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do you think could you give us the benefit?
Yes. Yes. 1,000 times yes.
Oh, fantastic. All right. Well, let's go to the masterclass.
Hi, I am, as you know, Kurt Fuller, internationally celebrated star of such films as Midnight in Paris, The Pursuit of Happiness, Ghostbusters 2, No Holds Barred with Hulk Hogan, or Terry O'Neill, as his friends call him. Despite being a mere 38 years young, my career has spanned over 3 decades. That is, by God, that's 30 years. That is 30 years. The entertainment industry is forever evolving at a breakneck speed. So if you're an actor, you have to stay current with the changes in performance styles. Let's start with comedy. In the 80s, a comedical performance scene might have looked something like this.
Yeah! Woo! Hiya, you crazy kitties!
What are you gonna do with the prize money?
Oh, gee, we're gonna get laid! Yeah! Oh, well, maybe not you!
But in the 80s, comedy was over the top. Today, the fun has been smartly removed from comedy, favoring instead a more understated thespianic stylisticism. Here's that same scene, but for today's audiences. Hey, hiya, you crazy caddies.
You won.
Yeah. What are you going to do with the prize money?
Oh, gonna get laid? Well, maybe not you. Maybe not you.
Golfing.
Man, I sunk that putt.
Sure did.
Someone's getting laid, someone isn't. Yeah, the goofy guy.
I'm gonna go back to the Caddyshack.
All right, there's got to be some marijuana around here somewhere.
You can't see the acting now, can you? Dramaticalized acting is very similar. Here's how it might have looked in the 90s.
You two, in my office now! You call yourselves detectives?
Sorry, Chief.
We thought we had enough evidence for the raid.
I'm busting you two idiots down to traffic.
Oh, come on! Give us another chance!
I'm fresh on the second chances.
God damn it!
No swearing!
Obviously, there were too many expressionistic facial usements back then for today's audiences. Here's how it should look now. You two, in my office, now. You call yourselves detectives?
Sorry, Chief.
We thought we had enough evidence to make the raid.
I'm busting you two idiots down to traffic.
Oh, come on. Give us another chance.
I'm fresh out of second chances. Don't touch the gun. Don't ever touch the gun. See, if you play everything that quietly, it forces the audience to listen harder. Very smart. Finally, a horror film scare used to look like this. They didn't realize they were in a talkie. Here is how it should look today. So remember, stay on top of the stylistical changes in acting performancing. I'm Kurt Fuller, and I approve this message.
All right, that was an amazing class. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And a lot of people, I don't know, you don't realize it, but I'm balding.
Really?
Yeah, I mean it's
can't see
thinning and
It's like but you act a full head of hair.
well, I have a full head of hair. I mean I'm not acting it, but it's starting to go. I just notice I see on the pillow a few
Just a little?
things.
Yeah, I mean, I can't tell.
Do you get offended? Because we had a guest in J.D. Risner not too long ago, and he gets very offended when actors perform in what he calls thinning hair face.
What is
Like
that?
if a Ryan Gosling wears something that makes it look like his hair is thinning when it's not real.
yeah.
Do you get offended by that?
Well, I was around. I mean, why not call me?
That's what I'm saying. I probably would have liked Drive a lot better if it was Kurt Fuller in the lead.
Yeah, and you know,
I'm
I
not-
have thinning
I'm not
hair.
joking.
Why not hire a person with thinning hair?
why
I
fake
mean, I
it when
would
you
think
can get the real deal?
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't make any sense. Doesn't make any sense.
You know.
Oh, got it.
I can't tell you though, and I didn't say this in the master class, but for example, the roles I've lost to Brad Pitt or Ryan Gosling or Clooney, so close, and then boom, it goes the other
I
way.
imagine that's got to be really frustrating.
Well, that's my
It's usually
wheelhouse,
right
and then
down
it
to
just, I don't know, slips through your fingers.
It's a cruel, unfair business.
The Fuller family motto: we rise to the middle.
I rise to the lower middle.
I think that's the show, everybody. Thanks for watching, and thanks to Todd, and thanks to Steve
welcome.
Folk, and thank you especially to Kurt Fuller
Thank you.
for being our guest on the show. And that's that. Do we catchphrases, mottos? We're still
We're
doing
still
that?
working on that. Falk likes to say, until next time, the concession stand is closed, but that sounds a lot like
Yeah, we can't really do
Siskel and
that.
Ebert.
All right, I'm hungry. I gotta go.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Camera's cut.